Good morning. My name is Carrie Cooper. I'm a licensed professional counselor. Thanks for checking in. I just wanted to provide a little bit of information about me, my practice, kind of what to expect, just so that you can make an informed choice when you're looking at your mental health provider. And hopefully some of this information will be useful, even if you decide to go with a different mental health professional. It's just some good information to have so you can make a good informed choice about your mental health options. And so a little bit about me. You can check more on my background on my website, so I'm not going to go into all those details about education and all that. But I have been in practice for over 25 years. I've worked primarily in community mental health, but I have also had a private practice off and on for some time, and have enjoyed a wide, diverse background. I've had the privilege of working with families, adults, kids. And so I've really enjoyed my journey. And it's a privilege to get to be a support for someone and to help them live their best life. That's an honor and a privilege for me. So I appreciate the opportunities I've had to have to be able to be a place of support for some of the families and individuals I've had that opportunity for. So a little bit about counseling. If this is your first counseling opportunity, we will meet just like this. I'm doing all my services through telehealth right now. Actually, I was doing telehealth before COVID. This just seems like a really nice format for some personal reasons for me, but also for you. At first, I was a little nervous about how that would look, but I have found over time that you as a client feel comfortable. You're in a safe place in your home. You can, if you're traveling for your work or vacation, you can check in while you're traveling. If you don't have transportation that day, you don't have to worry. You can check in from your home. You can wear pajamas. I don't care. And so it really has been a good format. I think it's not the best match for everyone. I understand that, but it seems like a good option for me and for the clients that have chosen to work with me. And so this is exactly what it'll look like. Depending on the platform you're using, currently I have two different platforms, but either one will look almost identical. You'll see my little face pop up. I'm at home. You might hear my dog bark, but that's okay. That's part of this joy of getting from us both getting to be at a place where we're comfortable. Your dog can bark, your phone can ring. That's okay. You know, we're not going to be stressed about those kind of things. And so, and I know I have some clients that log in at lunch. And so it's a nice opportunity for them to spend their lunch break making personal growth and improvement. Yay for you. And so it just has been a good match, but this is exactly what it'll look like. If you're not comfortable with technology, and believe me, I am not tech savvy, but if you're not comfortable with technology and you want to run through it before our session, just let me know. That's no problem at all. We can run through it. I can walk you through the steps. So no problem at all. And then depending on the format, there's also some tech support. And so don't let technology be a barrier. We can walk you through that if you're not used to the whole telehealth thing. So some information about, I was just mentioning platforms. So some information about insurance and billing. So I used to always say therapists, you don't ever want us dealing with money, but that's not really true. Maybe some therapists are fine with it. But for me personally, I don't enjoy dealing with insurance and billing and running credit cards. That's just not my strong suit. I really want to focus on my services with you. And so I do have an outside person, an outside organization that does all of that for me. And so if you're curious about what your insurance benefits would look like, there's a link on my website. You can check out in advance and see what that might look like. I won't know that. I don't have anything to do with that, but it's super easy for you just to plug in your information. They can give you your copay or deductible amount or whatever that looks like. So if you want to access insurance benefits, by all means, I'm thrilled that insurance has come a long way in providing some additional benefits for mental health support. And so by all means, access that. And if you want to self-pay, there's a place you can put your credit card on the same platform. And so again, I'm never going to ask you for money. That's just, I don't want to be a part of that. I won't know how many sessions your insurance has approved, but they'll let me know that. So that is something to talk about. So if you are accessing insurance, insurance decides how many sessions you are eligible for and what that looks like. So if at any point I say, oh, well, actually, it probably wouldn't be me. It would probably be my platform would give you a note saying, hey, you only were allowed 10 sessions and you're on your 10th session or whatever that looks like. That's not me deciding that. I just want you to know that that's insurance deciding that. So just so that we're clear about that. So no worries if that should happen. Hopefully we would know a little bit in advance. And so we can start working towards that transition, either getting you as much support as we can in that allotted time or making a plan for what that might look like after those allotted sessions to your insurance. So don't stress about that. I will mention a lot of people are not aware of this, that when you access insurance benefits, you do have to have a diagnosis code. And it's the same way if you go to the doctor. It doesn't matter what you went in for. They put something on your chart to get to access insurance benefits. And so just so that you are aware of that, it's not a big deal. Like I've accessed mental health support for myself. I think that's important for all of us. I knew they were going to have to put some diagnosis code. That's not a bother to me. I'm okay with that. And so, if you're feeling a little bit blue, it doesn't matter to me whether you're clinically depressed or not, because I just am here to help you feel better, but it will matter to the insurance company. And I don't really decide that necessarily. We do have a manual, the DSM, you may have heard of it. It lists everything and it gives the criteria for that. And so on our intake session, I'll be asking some questions about how are you eating and sleeping, and are you able to enjoy activities, and kind of from what you tell me, I can usually know what that's going to kind of fit with as far as that diagnosis. But some people were very caught off guard by that I didn't know I was going to have this diagnosis. And it's like, well, you don't really have a choice. If you're going to access insurance, you're going to have a diagnosis. So if you really don't have any stress in your life and you're really just wanting to access support to make personal improvement, like say you're doing great, you're sleeping great, eating great, life's a joy, but you're thinking about taking a new job out of town and you just don't know if that's the right choice or not, you just kind of want someone to sound some things off with, that's perfectly okay. So for me, that option is called life coaching. And so life coaching can look like a lot of different things to a lot of different people. So that's why I wanted to bring this up in this kind of format. For me, I'm obviously the same person, whether you're seeing me for life coaching or counseling. I'm not going to magically turn into someone different. My skills and tools are going to be the same. The big difference is that life coaching is only if you are not experiencing any kind of mental health challenges and you're only wanting to deal with personal growth and you are not accessing insurance, because insurance does not pay for any form of life coaching, which is too bad. I wish they did. I wish we all had the opportunity to just do self-improvement, right? That would be the better world for me. But that's not an option, unfortunately. So that's kind of the difference between life coaching and counseling, is if you are just wanting to do some wellness, just personal growth, but you're not experiencing any kind of stress or feeling blue or anxious or anything like that, life coaching might be a good option for you. But again, there's no insurance benefits with that. And that's going to be true with anyone. That's just, the nature of that. The other little small difference between that, or maybe a big difference, I don't know. I only use a HIPAA compliant telehealth platform, meaning that anytime you meet with me, regardless of the platform we use, it's going to be HIPAA compliant, meaning all your insurance is protected. I think that's super important that you have a right to privacy. With life coaching, you do have an option of not using that format, because we should not be talking about health in a way that is HIPAA information, protected information. So if you are truly just wanting to do life coaching, I do offer some outside sessions. And so if you do want to do a life coaching personal session, that is an option. We usually meet in nature. I think that's super important. Plus I want to be outside. That just makes a really good healing environment. And so I have access to a beach and to a city park, both within 10 minutes. And so that's an option, again, only for life coaching, because I cannot guarantee you privacy. You know, if we're at the park or we're at the beach, someone may walk by, someone may overhear part of what you're saying. You know, a kid throws a Frisbee, they're going to run over and they might say hi. I cannot control those outside environment. And so that's why that is only an option for life coaching. So sorry about that, because I really do think nature is a healing environment. And I can give you, if you're a counseling client, I can give you information about how to build some nature into your week for some support for you, because I do think it's important. But unfortunately, I just can't guarantee your privacy in an outside setting. So again, that is only for life coaching. My rate is the same. That's just a ethical decision I made for me, that whether you bill insurance or whether you self-pay, whether you do life coaching or whether you do counseling, my rate is exactly the same, because I just feel like that honors you and where you're at. And it just makes it very clear that across the board. And honestly, I believe mental health should be accessible, whether it's life coaching or counseling. I think it should be accessible. So it's a rate that I feel like allows me to make a working income, but is an accessible rate. It's less than honestly what most people charge. But I'm very fortunate. I've been in my career for a while, so I'm kind of at the end of my journey. And so I have the benefit of being able to do that. And so I really want anyone who wants support to be able to get it. So that is a little bit about me. It's a little bit about life coaching. It's a little bit about counseling and insurance. Exciting stuff, right? And so I just really want you to feel free to reach out. Again, even if you decide I am not the right counselor for you, I just believe everyone deserves their best life possible. And so please get support from someone if you feel like that would benefit you. If you have any questions for me, you can reach me at Keri, Keri, at coopercounselingpractice.com. That's my email. All my contact information is on my website. It's just www.coopercounselingpractice.com. And so if I can be of any help for you in any way, please let me know. Again, everyone deserves their best life. And so have a great day and enjoy the rest of your day.